Welcome to SI Motor. Today we are talking about a true off-road classic, the legendary Kawasaki KE 125, and imagining what a 2026 Kawasaki KE 125 could look like if this iconic name returned in modern form. Visuals open with early morning forest trails, light fog floating between trees, and a classic-style green trail motorcycle standing on a dirt path. The host walks toward the bike, while birds and wind ambience play in the background. The host continues voice-over explaining that the original KE 125 was built as a lightweight, reliable trail and dual-purpose motorcycle. It was never about extreme speed or racing performance. Instead, it focused on simplicity, durability, and easy riding for beginners and adventure riders. Visuals show vintage-style riding clips through forests, dirt roads, and countryside trails. The host explains that historically, the KE 125 used a small displacement, two-stroke single-cylinder engine. These engines were loved because they were simple, lightweight, and easy to repair. Visuals show animated two-stroke engine working, piston movement, and exhaust smoke slow-motion effects. The voiceover explains that bikes like KE 125 helped many riders learn off-road riding for the first time. The visuals transition into a futuristic concept scene, showing a modern KE 125 design inside a Kawasaki-style showroom environment. The host explains that if Kawasaki ever revives the KE 125 for 2026, it would almost certainly move to a four-stroke, fuel-injected engine because of modern emission laws. Visuals show fuel injection spray animation, IQ graphics, and modern engine cutaway visuals. The host now talks about design possibilities. A modern KE 125 would likely keep classic trail bike proportions, slim fuel tank, high front fender, long flat seat, and simple body panels. Visuals show concept renders, blending vintage KE styling with modern LED lighting and sharper plastics. The voiceover explains that manufacturers today try to mix nostalgia with modern technology. The host continues explaining technology upgrades. A 2026 KE 125 would likely include LED headlight and tail light, digital or semi-digital display, front and rear disc brakes, and ABS for safety. Visuals show LED light glow at night, digital dashboard startup animation, and braking slow-motion testing. The visuals now show trail riding cinematic shots, mud splashes, hill climbing, and rocky path riding. The host explains that bikes like KE 125 are loved because they are lightweight and easy to control. A modern version would likely focus on beginner-friendly power delivery, strong low RPM torque, and high fuel efficiency. The host talks about suspension expectations. Modern long-travel suspension would allow riders to handle rough terrain comfortably. Visuals show suspension compression, slow motion, and jump landing control shots. The host now explains real-world usage. A modern KE 125 could be perfect for daily commuting, farm use, trail riding, and beginner adventure riding. Visuals show split-scene city commuting, morning ride, and weekend off-road riding adventure. The visuals switch to lifestyle storytelling, camping, group trail riding, and exploring mountain roads. The host explains that motorcycles like KE series represent freedom and simple riding joy rather than speed competition. The host voice becomes more emotional. The KE series helped introduce thousands of riders to motorcycles worldwide. A modern KE 125 could do the same for a new generation. Visuals show older rider and young rider standing next to same bike. The visuals show a cinematic imagination scene riding a modern KE 125 on a mountain road at sunset. The host describes wind sound, engine vibration, and pure mechanical connection feeling. The host now talks about market position. A 2026 KE 125 would likely target beginner riders, students, off-road learners, and riders wanting a lightweight dual-purpose bike. The visuals show customization possibilities: trail version, mini adventure version, supermoto street version. The host explains modern bikes are designed for multi-purpose use. The host continues explaining reliability expectations. Modern materials, sealed electronics, and fuel injection would make it reliable in all weather conditions. Visuals show rain riding and mud riding scenes. The visuals now show final cinematic studio shots of concept bike rotating slowly. The host says if Kawasaki ever revives KE 125, it would not just be a bike, It would be a bridge between old-school simplicity and modern riding technology. The host closes emotionally saying, "Motorcycles like K125 remind us that riding is not only about speed or specs. It is about freedom, adventure, and connection with the road and nature." Thank you for watching SI Motor. If you love classic motorcycles, future bike concepts, and off-road legends, make sure to like, subscribe, and share. Tell us in comments. Should Kawasaki bring back the KE125? The video ends with sunset trail riding shot, dust floating in golden light, and SI Motor logo fading in with soft engine sound outro.